This is the GOAT Level Podcast with your host, the GOAT, the legend, the hero, Van Pugh.
It's past my bedtime, but I don't care. We out here, man. We out here. Live from my room, sitting in my new chair. I should just sit back and relax, but yeah, no. Well, I'm going to sit back now. I'm going to pull the mic up. It's like, nah, man. You know I got talking to this thing. All right, I'm wasting time. Look, my social league team is 4-0, and we just beat the defending champs, who have won 16 in a row going into this season. But we beat them. We slayed the dragon. Here's the thing I'm worried about, though. We'll probably have to play them again in the championship, and they were missing 2 people. So I'm worried about that. That's going to be harder, but I can't worry about that right now. We won. We slayed the dragon. We temporarily got over the hump. These games are 6-game regular seasons and then playoffs. So we'll probably win our next 2 games against easier opponents. And we'll go into the tournament undefeated. And I truly believe we'll win the next 2 games. And then we'll meet them again. And, I only had 12. Now, I had 10 in the first half. But I hit 2 clutch free throws to seal it. So we'll see them again. We will see them again. And next time, I'm not going to be too kind. I only had 12 this game. I promise you I'm going to have about 25, 30 on them next time. I was just playing. There's a lot of shots that didn't fall that should have. And we still beat them. I think we can win it all. Now, with this team I was on, we were 1-6 2 seasons ago. 1-6. The next season, we were like 3-4. We were 3-4. We had lost, we had lost 4 of our last 7 games. We had lost 4 of our next 5 games, of our last 5 games. So, to be at this point, all it took was one more piece, and we got that one more piece, and we are killing folks. I think we can go all the way. I think we can go undefeated. We'll see, though. But, that's just social league. How about those Wizards? So the Wizards, they're fighting. They're trying. No one really expecting them to be very good. I mean, we're all paying attention to the Caps and the Nationals. Well, and obviously the Redskins, NFL. How do you not pay attention to the NFL? The Wayne Haskins is starting. How do you not pay attention to that? My team's the Eagles anyway, so the Redskins are just a joke. But still, the Wizards, afterthought. But they are fighting. They're going under the radar. They're trotting out a lineup of freaking Isaiah Thomas, Bradley Beal, what's this guy's name? Freaking, we got Burts, Thomas Bryant, Rui Hachimura, and Troy Brown, who bounce back and forth between here and the G League, but it looks like he's here to stay. I got to see a Capital City Go-Go game, by the way. Anyway, we trot that lineup out there. I mean, what is even our record, bro? We're 2-7. That's kind of what I expected us to be. We're not very good, but we're fighting. Should have beat Houston. Should have beat Boston. There's just few games we let slip away, and we were in it. In this game too, man, we were down. We're down big, and we kept coming back, kept battling back. Bradley Beal had 44. That is crazy. He is definitely an all-star. Just wait till John get back. I don't know if anyone saw the clips of him dunking already. Oh, my God. If he's dunking already, it makes me believe that he'll be back at the earliest after the All-Star break. I said the latest. If you want to take precaution, then you'll sit him out this year. But if he feels good enough, at the earliest, he'll probably come back after the All-Star break. And I'm all for it. We can make a playoff run. It's the freaking Eastern Conference. All we got to do is at least stay afloat. Stay in that 13-14 range until John Wall come back. And then we make a run for it. I think we can do it. I mean, we got veterans coming off the bench. Bertans is much better than I thought he was. That's just looking on paper. I haven't even really watched the game yet. But of course they lost to Boston. I mean, they had 7 players in double figures. You had Brad Wanamaker had 10. You mean to tell me the G League star slash what other league he was cooking in? The Big Three? It seemed like this dude just grinded his way back to the NBA. And this man had 10 on us. Carson Edwards had 18. Carson Edwards? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. He's barely an NBA player and he put up 18 on us. Defense is horrible. Throw away the whole defense. Well, whatever, man. Hopefully they stay afloat until John come back. That's the only hope we have this season. Other than that, we're a year away. The Wizards are a year away. Pretty much. So, NFL this week, the Cowboys lost. Thank God. I fell asleep in the fourth quarter, and the game was up for grabs. I didn't know who was going to win. I just hoped and prayed I woke up and the Vikings won. And I didn't pray, but I was hoping that the Vikings was going to win, and they definitely won. Thank God. Because I couldn't take the Cowboys winning and talking all that trash. It's funny because they're 5-4, right? 4 of their wins come against the NFC East. Beat the Giants twice. They blew out the Eagles. They beat the Redskins. And they beat the Dolphins. Is this team overrated or what? I think they have some talent, though, because they stuck with the Vikings. Now, that Saints game was close, too. In the Packers game, they came back. Like, y'all act like they getting blown out. Honestly, blown out by these non-NFC East teams. They're not. They're in all of these games, and I truly believe they have a good chance of going into New England and winning. If they can get Zeke going, they can definitely take one out of New England. But, whatever. The Browns beat the Bills, but they tried to give it away. The Colts, they tried. They lost to the Dolphins because Brian Hoyer was horrible. I am really disappointed. Brian Hoyer is a decent quarterback. I don't know what he was doing against the Dolphins, why he was throwing 3 interceptions. I don't know what he was doing. I somehow watched the entire Seahawks and 49ers game, and that game it's kind of sloppy. It was sloppy, but it was close. It was good TV. It was good drama. That's why you watch sports, for sure. The Eagles, the Redskins, and the Patriots were off. The Jets and the Giants was a good game. I knew it was going to be close. I knew it was going to be a high-scoring game. I didn't think, though, that the 2 best players on the field, Le'Veon Bell and Saquon Barkley, would be completely irrelevant in that game. They were both locked down. It was a game of the quarterbacks, and the Jets prevailed somehow. I don't know how. Well, I know how. They made the defensive plays when they needed to. They scored when they needed to. All that. Ooh, the Clippers lost. Didn't Paul George come back? Damn, that sucks. Whatever. And the Wolves, oh my God. The Wolves beat the Spurs. Andrew Wiggins cooking. We all knew he was nice from the beginning, though. Anyway, man, speaking of the Patriots, Eagles-Patriots this weekend, it's still a toss-up on whether or not I'm going to go to this game. I still don't know. I still don't know whether or not I'm going to go to this game or not, because the game is at least $225, and that's at least a quarter of my paycheck. And I don't get paid again for another 2 weeks. I mean, my other sources of income pretty much are officiating, which I'm not trying to do anymore, and what's the name? Uber. But if I stop playing around and really run GOAT level, I can make money off that too. whatever. I'm trying to figure things out, but that's beside the point. Whether I go to the Eagles, Patriots, or not, whether I go or not, at the end of the day, a game will be played, and we got to stop Tom Brady, even though honestly their offense hasn't been all that great. Some stats for you: the Ravens rushed for 210 against the Patriots, but I will say this though: the Ravens were the number one rushing team. They're the number one rushing team in the league by a large margin. So, I mean, that's tough for anybody to stop the run against the Ravens because they do it so well. Devin McCourty has 5 interceptions. That's like top of the NFL. It might be number one. I'm not sure. Patriots are second in passing yards allowed. Second in passing yards allowed per game. The Eagles are 16th, but I feel like that's deceptive because they had some awful games against Kirk Cousins, Case Keenum. Dak Prescott lit them up. They have been lit up, but they absolutely clamped down on the Jets and the Bills and whoever else, the Bears too. See, you can't play all those teams all the time, bro. You can't play them teams all the time. So 16th sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles are 4th in rushing yards allowed. Honestly, the Patriots barely run the ball anyway. Yeah, Sony Michel should be shut down, at least in the running game, but you got to look out for him in the passing game for sure. The Eagles are 11th in rushing. Patriots are 11th in rushing allowed. This is where you give the ball to Jordan Howard. I think that would work because, the Patriots got a pass rush and an opportunistic defense. Carson Wentz hasn't been the same since like the first few weeks. Let's just hand the ball off. Let's get that running game going, and we can keep Tom Brady off the field, and he won't get a chance to expose our secondary once again. So keep him on the bench. That's our best chance to win. So Jordan Howard has scored in every game the Eagles won except against the Redskins, where he only had like 6 carries for like 24 yards. It was something stupid like that. Give him the ball. Let him score. We'll win. The stats back it up. Now, I have Eagles 20-17. I'm not sure how we stop their receivers. I mean, we don't have an answer for Edelman. Not sure we have an answer for Dorsett. It's going to be very hard to stop these guys. I'm not even joking. But if we can keep their offense off the field, I think we have a chance. We have a chance that we can keep their offense out the field. Don't let them get a chance to get their rhythm going and make adjustments and all that. Let them sit on the bench, okay? That's our best chance to beat the Patriots. I'm not sure what's going on with OU the last 2 games, but they need to get it together big time. They should have beat K-State, but he gave up one too many touchdowns. The onside kick call, he was blocked into the thing, but they say he wasn't. Whatever, that's a L. Whatever. And we had a bye week. We had 2 weeks to prepare for Iowa State. We come out taking care of business, of course. Of course. And then we come out, take care of business, but then what happens is, I don't even know. Like, they just fell apart. Like, I haven't even really watched the game, but from what I see from the box scores and Twitter, and just usually what happens in situations where you're up by 21 plus points and you only score 7 in the second half, I guess there's a lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of bad runs, a lot of bad reads on Jalen Hurts' part. That interception he threw to help Iowa State damn near tie the game was just mind-blowing. Like, I thought it was the end of the world. So, I mean, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We won that Iowa State game. It was a lot like the TCU game. Came out dominating in the first half. Second half, ain't do nothing. But with a chance to win the game, just like TCU. Iowa State went for it, and we picked it off, man. The defense just really came through. CeeDee Lamb's a beast. He needs a Biletnikoff. He's probably not going to get it, but he is way better than I ever could imagine he would be. He is just incredible. Like, man, with him playing like that, man, what? He just makes us better, man. And I'm just so grateful to have him. And I can see his work ethic because he just keeps getting better and better and better, for sure. So they got Baylor. They got Baylor coming up. I don't know much about Baylor. I just know they were in a bunch of close games. Close game with West Virginia. Close game with TCU. I mean, close game with Iowa State. They should have lost the Iowa State game. They should have. But then again, I'm sure they'd say the same about us. I truly believe we can beat them. I don't think they have the talent. And they make some of the mistakes they make against these other teams. They're gonna get washed. And I'm not joking. See, they got OU then Texas. Bro, I don't see them winning 2 games. No way. There's no way. Man, we got this. It's an outside chance we make the CFP, but I think we got this. We can do it. We can do it. We can at least get to the Sugar Bowl, which is cool because we get an SEC opponent, which will probably be Alabama or Georgia. Either way, I'll take one of them, and I'd love to beat them for sure. I got OU beating Baylor. I don't know about how much. I don't know, maybe 35-25. No, we got this, man. We got this. I know we can beat them. We'll see. We really see what Jalen Hurts is about. Well, we know what he's about. He just got to bring it. For real. So I went to the Nationals World Series in a parade. And, man, I was just so happy. I couldn't stop smiling. Just seeing everybody on the team, seeing the radio people, seeing bum-ass Metro. All that was just great. Seeing the Budweiser little carriage thing with the beer and the dog, and then the confetti at the end was awesome. Like, man. But before all that, we had to win the games, right? We win the first 2 games. I thought at first that this was going to be a 7-game series. I said that before anyone even took the field. We win the first 2 games. Now, all of a sudden, I'm winning a 4-game sweep or a 5-game gentleman sweep. Man, we dropped all 3. 3rd game, okay. The 4th game hurt a little bit. The 5th game took my soul. I was like, I can't believe this shit is happening. I was stunned. I could not function. I stood up. I stayed up an extra hour just thinking about how we lost to the Astros in Game 5. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to go to the game, but of course I was broke and didn't have any money, so I couldn't go. It's just, this broke thing is annoying, but it's just part of life sometimes. You got to make better financial decisions. That's all. Game 6, I went to the watch party, and I was just nervous the whole time. I was just locked in. I was like, I wasn't celebrating or anything. I was like, nah, man, I got to wait and see because I don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. And I couldn't really enjoy it like I wanted to. But we won. And in Game 7, I was just like, it is what it is. I had a bad feeling about that game. But then again, I kind of evened out. I was like, I don't really know. I can't really call this game. I just hope we win. And when we did, man, it was so good. Them shutting up Emily, my Brewers fan friend, shut her up. We shut down the Cardinals who beat the Braves. Hallelujah. Oh, we killed them. 4-0. I never would have imagined. It's just, and we beat the Dodgers, man. We were down 2-1. We win game 4, cool. And I was like, man, I've seen this movie before. Game 5 against the Dodgers, and then Howie Kendrick hit that grand slam, and we were in business, man. Then we was on to the next round. They broke the door. They broke the barrier, and then it was just the floodgates open, and that title was ours. Man, I'm going to get my Nationals partial season plan back, but for right now, I can't afford it, but I will get it, and I will be going to more games next year. Recency bias, I know, but I was going to games even before they won the World Series, so you can't really say but so much to me. Seriously. Alright, so OU Twitter, they become kind of family, you know what I'm saying? Just all types of OU people, you know. Most of them are older than me. Most of them are middle age. So most of them could either be my older siblings, or they could be like mother, father, or whatever. Or even, you know, aunt and uncle. Like, but these guys are great, man. Like, I'm always on Twitter, always see them. I'm always interacting with them. It's just great to see what they're doing in their lives. And when OU football is on, we all come together, and we just enjoy our Sooners. We talk about our Sooners. We all have that in common. We come from different walks of life, but the Sooners are in common. I love OU Twitter, man. And you don't want to mess with us. You don't want to mess with us, you know. Because we'll give you that work. We'll show up on your page and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? You better ask somebody. Don't make me start preaching in this hole. So, I'm telling you, man, you don't want to mess with Sooner Twitter. They're awesome, man. They're like an extended family, and I love them. And what about these OU Twitter MILFs? Like, oh my God. Yeah, there's 3 I follow, and Twitter is an instigator because they know I like Big K and what is the girl's name? I don't know. Texas Sooner Girl AD. She has a name, but I forgot. Right now she's Scorpio. Whatever. They know I like her. They know I like Jamie's for OU. They know I like these folks, and they keep showing me their tweets before everybody else. I swear, either they tweet a lot, or Twitter is just trying to like start something, or Twitter is like trying to just trying to force feed me what I really like. I mean, all 3 ladies are cute, you know. Of course, I do all types of subtle stuff instead of telling them straight up, okay, y'all fine. Y'all look good. Y'all look good. Y'all could get it. Instead of saying that directly, I do the passive-aggressive thing and just like all their pics and comment with silly emojis and GIFs. Yeah, it's part of the problem, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, I just hope they keep doing what they doing. They cool. And holy Merlin almost lost to James Madison. What is this? Oh, they were playing at James Madison. Yeah, that'll do the trick. But anyway, I got sidetracked, man. But OU Twitter is awesome. I love them. And one last thing before I go. What about this basketball recruiting thing? So OU got Trey Pips. I haven't really watched much of him. But if he is any good, if he is any type of good, or if he's, what I'm trying to say is if he is as good as Bryce Thompson and Cade Cunningham, we're in business. We're in business next year, and y'all might be in trouble. I think we can handle Bryce Thompson and Cade Cunningham if we got Trey Pips in a nice squad around him. You know, I haven't really looked into basketball much lately, but when I finally get to know what these kids are about, I'll be able to better talk about it, and I just can't wait. I'm excited to see these recruits in the Big 12, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Oklahoma State, Kansas. Man, those going to be some good games. I'm telling you that right now. And I can't wait. Oh, and Howard needs to stop loafing, by the way. They lost to Washington Adventists, a team they beat by like 20 last year. Man, they beat DCU, but why my mom tell me it was a close game? I was like, why is that a close game? DCU, I didn't even know the UDC. I didn't even know UDC had a basketball team. And Howard is barely beating them. Come on, CJ. Get your mans. Get your crew together. And then, of course, they got blown out in South Bend. Look, man, I'm going to be at a bunch of games. Y'all need to get it together, please. I don't want to see y'all get smoked by everybody because y'all couldn't handle RJ leaving and 2 other people. Like, I think we'll be okay. I mean, it's early in the season, and I think the coaches will figure out a way to turn it around. Speaking of Howard, I saw Coach Nickelberry on the sideline at the LSU game versus VCU. Man, what a game. It was good to see Nickelberry, though, even though LSU lost. Man, Howard needs to get it together. They lost to George Washington, too. So they're 0-4 already. Season's barely started. They're 0-4. They lost to Washington Adventists. I don't even know how to explain that right now. Like, I'm just beside myself. And they almost lost to UDC. What is this, bro? What are they doing? Who is on their team? Good Lord. Man, anyway, man, I'm out, man. Peace. Lord Jesus.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the GOAT Level Podcast. Make sure you share, subscribe, and get money.